There's been another sharp rise in the COVID cases today, as we've seen, particularly in New South Wales. Hospital admissions and those in ICU is steady, if not going down. Kenny Heatley has the numbers for us this morning. Kenny, take us through it.
Hi Laura, yes there has been a sharp rise in cases and health authorities and health officials did say that this would happen eventually. So today there were 1,360 new cases in New South Wales. That's up from 804 yesterday and that was up from 536 the day before. So as you can see by the trend here, it is definitely on the way up. What is not on the way up and what is remaining steady is the hospital admissions. 166 people are in a hospital. They're similar levels to what we've seen over the past couple of days. And 24 people are in ICU. That's a massive jump of just 3 people from the day before. So we're not seeing big jumps in hospital or admission rates at the moment, but we are seeing big jumps in the case numbers right now. In terms of what's happening in Newcastle, because we do have that super spreader event stemming from that nightclub, the Argyle House nightclub, out of the 680 people that checked in to that venue on Wednesday, the 8th of December, now 200 people are infected. Health officials believe it is the Omicron variant. And Health Minister Brad Hazzard believes that a person that was infected with Omicron who attended a Sydney Harbour Party boat cruise on December 3 allegedly broke isolation orders and then travelled to Newcastle and attended the nightclub, which has caused that outbreak. And if that is the case, that person may get a $5,000 fine. The John Hunter Hospital has also reduced has restricted visitor numbers as a precaution as well. We do have an update coming up at midday today with Premier Dominic Perrottet, the Health Minister Brad Hazzard and Dr Kerry Chant. We may get more information there. There's no indication because of these rising case numbers that they are going to reimpose restrictions. Instead, the Health Minister Brad Hazzard is pushing the line, go and get your booster shot, and he's calling for a target to reduce the recommended wait time from your last shot to your booster down to 3 or 4 months from 5 at the moment, Laura.
Okay, yeah, many people eligible in that 5-month time frame anyway. Kenny, unvaccinated people now living under the same rules as the double vaccinated in New South Wales.
Yes, a major change is kicking in today in the New South Wales roadmap. So let's go through them for you now. So you'll only need to wear a mask on public transport, at the airport and on planes. Also, QR code check-ins only now required at certain high-risk settings. So you're talking about aged care facilities, hospitals, personal care services, as well, like hairdressing salons, gyms, places of worship and funerals. There's no longer density limits either. We've been living under 1 person per 2 square metres in hospitality venues, in shops. That is now scrapped as well. And the big one, unvaccinated people now living under the same rules as vaccinated people, but it's also up to the individual businesses as well. There are many clubs in New South Wales, including RSL clubs, after feedback from their members, are choosing to refuse entry to unvaccinated people. How long that will last, it's up to the individual businesses. I asked a few people here in Sydney CBD about what they thought of these restriction changes earlier.
But the rewards of a highly vaccinated population is being able to have increased freedom. So, yeah, I think it's definitely a good way to go about it.
I think they've got it completely wrong and I think there's going to be chaos. It just seems to be everyone's in the habit of wearing masks and checking in places. It's not an issue.
We're at 95%. You're not going to get everyone. And at what point are we going to move on? Like, you can't do this forever.
But Laura, here at Pitt Street in Sydney's CBD, they're blasting the Christmas carols. Christmas shopping is in full swing. We've done a bit of a cruise around and we've had a look. Some shops have taken down the signs, the QR code check-in signs. There's other shops that are keeping them up and making people check in. And it's about 50-50 with people wearing masks and not wearing masks. We've still got a lot of people here that are continuing to wear masks. And as you said earlier, of course, it is their right to do so.
Yeah, and just great to see the Christmas crowd there pretty early on a Wednesday morning, a couple of weeks before Christmas.
Yep.
So good for those businesses. Thanks so much, Kenny. We'll check in soon.